Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the fourth UWS Liberty lockdown quiz. So stream has just gone live. Hopefully this week we won't have any of the technical issues that we had last week. If you are having difficulties with sound or vision, if you pop a wee note into the live chat, and let me know, and we'll hopefully not have the same issues that we had last week. So if your sound and your vision is working, the video is playing okay, and you can hear me okay, then please feel free to mute me until the quiz kicks off at 5. If this is your first week joining us, welcome. The quiz will start at 5 o'clock, so the live stream is just running now so that people can test that everything's working okay and that they can see me and hear me. I will keep chatting away, talking rubbish, and maybe give some information about the UWS Liberty Network and what our purpose is and why we're doing a lockdown pub quiz. So if you want to hear any of that information, feel free to stay with us. If not, then as I said, feel free to mute me. It's definitely an option when we're online, not so much of an option when you see me face to face. So let's keep going. I will post the link to the form. It is also in the description for the video. With the link. The quiz format is taking the normal format. So we have 5 rounds with 10 questions per round. And anyone is welcome to join us, so you can play along on your own, or you can play as part of a team. It's entirely up to you. I've got messages from Stephanie and from Helen, and yes, we can see those comments, so thanks very much. If you are just joining the live feed, please post a comment in the live chat so I know who's joining us, where you're joining us from, and hopefully we'll see some of our regular teams coming back and maybe some new ones joining us again this week. So the normal format, as I said, the quiz is 5 rounds. We'll have a short break after round 3, 10 questions per round. And then at the end, I'll take a few minutes to mark answers that are submitted on the interactive answer form. The link for that is in the live chat, or it's in the description for the video. You can use the interactive answer form if you want, or if you prefer to go old school and just play along with a pen and paper at home, you're welcome to do that also. I would encourage you to have a pen and paper to hand for this week's quiz. There are a couple of rounds. I'm trying a couple of different things with rounds. We'll see how they go. So have a pen and paper ready, as there probably will be some things you'll want to write down. There are some of the standard rounds that we've had in previous weeks. So we do have a music round, we do have a TV and film round, we have a general knowledge round, but some of these rounds will have slight twists to them this year. So I've got a shout out from Rabia. Hello, hi, how you doing? Welcome. Yep, as I said, I'm going to keep talking just randomly until the quiz actually starts at 5 o'clock. So if your sound and video is working and you want to come back at 5 for the questions, you can do that. The quiz is hosted by the UWS Liberty Network, which is a staff network for LGBTQ staff and allies. You don't have to be a member of the network to take part in the quiz. We're happy for anyone to take part. And the idea behind the quiz was just to give us a chance at the end of the work week to have a little bit of interaction, a wee bit of fun, just to start off the weekends. So hopefully we've been doing that over the last few weeks, and that's why people are coming back. So we'll keep doing it for as long as people are finding it enjoyable. So the quiz will last round about an hour, maybe just over an hour, so it'll not take up too much time, and it'll give you a chance to say hello and how you doing to some colleagues that you might be missing or that you might not have had a chance to speak to during the week. So hopefully we'll get our weekends off to a good start. I've noticed again that this week it is nice and sunny outside just as we're about to start the quiz, so that might put some people off. Yeah. So we'll be starting very soon. Welcome to anyone who's just joined. Oh, right, yes. Got a message from Meg. So Eileen Conlon is popping up in the live chat, but it's not Eileen, it's Meg Dunn. So welcome, Meg. Welcome back. Hope you had a nice holiday. Yeah, so I'm going to just keep chatting between now and 5 o'clock, and you can check when we're ready to kick off. So for anyone who hasn't taken part in the quiz before, we will have 5 rounds. There are 10 questions per round, and we will have a short break after round 3. Then at the end of the quiz, I will go through all of the answers, and I will then have a look at the answer forms and have a quick mark of the answer forms and get scores together and pull together a leaderboard. So if you're using the interactive answer form, it's great. I can mark your answers as you submit them. If you decide to go old school and use pen and paper, just send me a wee message at the end in the live chat with your score, and I'll add your team name and your score into the leaderboard. That we'll put together just at the end of the quiz. So hopefully everyone is getting a decent sound and video experience, and we're not having any of the issues that we had last week. If there are any issues, please do let me know. Not sure that I'll be able to fix an awful lot of them, but I can certainly give it a try. The quiz will kick off at 5, and as I said, there will be some of the usual rounds that we have, but this week I've added in a few twists with some of the rounds. So have a pen and paper to hand for the start of the quiz as well, just in case you decide you need to write anything down. Yeah, and I'm going to keep chatting and just keep talking. So I'm starting to run out of things to say. Just a reminder of the purpose behind the quiz. Yes, I'm quite happy to trust people on scores. I'll not be asking you to send in your original answer form so that we can verify them. There aren't any prizes, so it's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of entertainment to hopefully get your weekend started off. Hello again. Oh, thanks very much. Looking very James Bond, apparently. Yes, I've decided I don't get a chance to dress up very often anymore. So this is my one opportunity a week to pull stuff out of the wardrobe and put in a bit of an effort. So I've decided that I will dress up and get my blazers out for this on a Friday evening. So thanks for all the compliments on that. Evening to Stephen Leonard as well, and Michael Aitken. Welcome back. Good to have you with us again. So the quiz will be kicking off in about 6 minutes or so, and we will have the usual 5 rounds with 10 questions per round. Do have a pen and paper ready, and we'll be able to, or you'll need a pen and paper for some of the rounds in this week's quiz. If I could ask, if you're chatting in the live chat, please don't put any answers into the live chat. It just ruins fun for everyone else. So if you are writing your answers down or using the interactive answer form, that's the 2 main ways to take part in the quiz. So yeah, we'll be getting started very soon. If you haven't got it already, you might want to grab yourself a drink, coffee, tea, wine, vodka, whatever takes your fancy. And we will be getting started quite soon. So welcome to everyone who's joining. If you are just getting signed up, if you are just getting signed into YouTube and whatnot, please just drop me a wee message in the live chat so that I know who's with us. Let me know where you're coming from, where you're playing from today. We'll have a nice spread of people. Thanks very much, Muzz. It wasn't tartan. It was a weird checked type thing, but I'll go with tartan. Yep. So yes, we will be getting started very, very soon. So if you've just joined, drop a wee message into the live chat. Let me know who's here. And if there are any issues with sound or video playing, let me know as well. Okay, so we have rounds this week in we have rounds in sport and leisure, we have a music round, we have a general knowledge round, we have a geography round, and we have a TV and film round. So there are, as I say, some twists in some of those rounds, so you will need a pen and paper for taking part in this week's quiz, so please have that to hand. And you can let me know at the end whether those were successful rounds or not successful rounds. But yeah, we'll be getting started very soon. So if you haven't already done so, get yourself organized, grab a drink, and we'll be getting started soon. Okay, so just a couple of minutes until we get started. This is the fourth of the Liberty Lockdown pub quizzes. I'm quite happy to keep doing them as long as people want them to keep running. So if you're using the interactive answer form, there's a wee section just at the end. If you do want to see the quiz running again, just let me know. If you don't want to see the quiz again, let me know. Or if you think a weekly quiz is too often or whatever, there's space there to make some comments. So you can let me know what you think. Let me know whether it's worthwhile doing this every week or what you think. And if people are still wanting to take part, I'm very happy to keep doing it. So hopefully it's a bit of fun and hopefully people do enjoy it, and we can keep doing it again for however long we're stuck in lockdown. Definitely wine for JB. Yes, definitely wine called for. It is a Friday afternoon after all, and start of the weekend. So absolutely nothing wrong with a wee glass of wine to get your weekend started. So just another minute or two before the quiz kicks off. So this is your last chance to grab whatever you need before the quiz starts. So as I said, if there is yes, so if you have got a pen and paper, you'll probably find it very, very handy for some of the quiz rounds. And yeah, you'll find out as we go through how that's going to work. But there's a couple of twists to the rounds this week. So yeah, we'll be getting started very shortly. I'll just give another couple of minutes to let anyone else who's still to join come along, and we will get started very, very soon. Great, we've got social quiz tinsing again. Nice to see you back. Welcome. And I've got some thumbs up and positive comments saying that people are enjoying the quiz. So that's good, and it's nice to hear. And as I say, I'm happy to keep doing it as long as people are enjoying it and taking part. So yeah, we'll be getting started in just a minute. Okay, so we'll get started. I might as well start from the start again. So hello and welcome to the fourth UWS Liberty Lockdown pub quiz. We've been running this pub quiz for the last few weeks while we've been on lockdown to allow staff and students and friends and family to have a get together at the end of the work week and to have a bit of fun, get the weekend off to a good start, and to just give you the chance to have a bit of interaction with people that you would normally see in the office or that you would normally see around our campuses. And this is just a chance to have a catch up before the weekend starts, and maybe to get a chat with some people that you haven't seen in a while. So the quiz is organised by the UWS Liberty Network, which is the staff network for LGBTQ staff and allies. And we normally organise events during the year, but because of the current situation, we can't have face-to-face events. So we decided we wanted to do something that would allow people to continue with some level of interaction. So this is what we've decided to do. And everyone's welcome. There's no restrictions. You don't have to be a member of the network. We are very happy for everyone to take part. So please do feel free to come along. For anyone who hasn't taken part in the quiz with us before, the way it works is that we run the live stream, which you're all connected to. Otherwise, I'm not talking to anyone. But we run the live stream, and you can play along with your teams. You can either do it via WhatsApp or Facebook or FaceTime or video calling. You can do Zoom, whatever way you want to communicate with your team. If you're not doing that and you're just playing with people with your household, that's absolutely fine as well. And there are two ways really to participate. So we have the online interactive form. The link for it is in the live chat just now, and it's also in the description for the video, so you'll be able to connect to that. If you want to use the form, please feel free. If you would prefer to go old school and just use pen and paper, that's absolutely fine as well. You can then send your final score in at the end of the quiz using the live chat, and I'll be able to add your team name and score to the leaderboard that will then produce just at the end of the quiz. So as I say, it's just a bit of fun. There are no prizes involved. So if you are marking your own beats, we're trusting you that you're not going to be cheating, because what would be the point, really? And yeah, let's just get started, I think. The format of the quiz is 5 rounds, 10 questions per round, and there'll be a short break after the third round so that you can top up your drinks. I've had some comments coming in, so just wanted to read through them. So we have pints for our PGRs from UWS. Excellent. Nice to see you with us. We've got universally challenged. Oh yes, Eileen, sorry, Meg, there was a massive bust up with one of the teams, so they have split into 2. And yeah, so excellent. I'll get started with questions. I think we've probably got everyone that we're going to get. So let's start the quiz then. So the first round is sport and leisure. So sport and leisure is round 1. Question 1. What is the oldest organized sport in North America with its origins in a tribal game played by the indigenous peoples of the Eastern Woodlands? I'll give you a hint. It isn't football. Question 1. What is the oldest organized sport in North America with its origins in a tribal game played by the indigenous peoples of the Eastern Woodlands? Question 2. Who holds the record for the most caps for the England team? Question 2. Who holds the record of most caps for the England football team? I should have said football the first time. Question 3. What is missing? Liverpool Street, Marylebone, King's Cross. Question 3. What is missing? Liverpool Street, Marylebone, King's Cross. Question 4. Which England player for the highest points scored in a single Six Nations rugby match? Question 4. Which England player holds the record for the highest points scored in a single Six Nations rugby match? Yes, so just for clarity, question 2, who holds the record for the most caps for the England football team? It is men's football team, yes. Question 5. When playing 3-card poker, what is the highest hand one can have? Question 5. When playing 3-card poker, what is the highest hand one can have? Question 6. Which long-running video game series was created by Hironobu Sakaguchi? Question 6. Which long-running video game series was created by Hironobu Sakaguchi? No, Meg, there isn't a Disney round this week. We did have a Disney round a couple of weeks ago. So question 7. Who is the current world champion male gymnast? So question 7. Who is the current men's gymnastics world champion? Question 8. Charlotte Dujardin won a gold medal in the 2016 Olympic Games for which sport? Question 8. Charlotte Dujardin won a gold medal in the 2016 Olympic Games for which sport? Question 9. how many columns are there on the Connect 4 board? Question 9, how many columns are there in the Connect 4 board? And question 10, the last of the sport and leisure questions. Which geometric drawing toy that produces mathematical roulette curves was developed by British engineer Dennis Fisher in the mid-1960s? So question 10. Which geometric drawing toy that produces mathematical roulette curves was developed by British engineer Dennis Fisher in the mid-1960s? Okay, that is the 10 questions for sport and leisure. If there are any questions that you would like repeated, please post a wee comment in the live chat, and I'll give you a minute or two before we move on to round 2. You might find a pen and paper handy for round 2 as well. Okay, so any repeat questions from round 1? Okay, so round 2 then is our music round this week. So I've explained before that I had wanted to do a lovely picture round and to have nice music clips for a couple of rounds within the quiz. Unfortunately, because we're broadcasting live over YouTube, we aren't allowed to use any material that would be considered copyright, so I had to scrap those rounds. But we have other ways of having music round, and this is one of the ways. So there are 2 parts to the music quiz round, and the first part, the first 5 questions are anagrams. So I will read out 5 anagrams, and they are anagrams of the name of musical artists. Okay, and then the second part, the second 6 questions, sorry, second 5 questions are lyrics from songs. So I will read some lyrics from some songs, and there are 2 points for each of the answers in that one. And I'm looking for the title of the song and the name of the musical that they feature in. Okay. So the first half of the round then is the anagrams. So question 1, musical carpentry. Question 1, musical carpentry. So it's an anagram and we're looking for the name of a musical artist. Question 2, nutter, I ran. So question 2 is nutter, I ran. So this is where it would be useful to write it down, and then you can keep working on them. Question 3. A daft silliness. Question 3. A daft silliness. Question 4. Library woman. Question 4. Library woman. And yes, Michael, these are anagrams of, they're all people in the music business, so they're all singers. Yes, they're all singers. And question 5, Sir Liam Wobbly. And Wobbly is spelled Wobblie. Question 5, Sir Liam Wobbly. Wobblie. Okay, that's the first half of the music round. So, reminder, the second half of the music round is lyrics. So I will read out some lyrics from a song, and there are 2 points if you identify first the title of the song and second the name of the musical in which the song features. Okay. So question 6. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me. Question 6. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me. So I'm looking for the title of the song and the name of the musical in which it features. Question 7. Pretending he's beside me, all alone I walk with him till morning. Question 7. Pretending he's beside me, all alone I walk with him till morning. Question 8. As a teacher, I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, and now I've become an expert in the subject I like the most. Question 8. As a teacher, I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, and now I've become an expert in the subject I like the most. Question 9. I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain to see. Question 9. I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain. Question 9. I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain. And question 10, I'm bound to muck this up, but I'll give it a go. Like Rama Lama Lama Kading Da Ding Da Dong, remembered forever. So question 10, like Rama Lama Lama Kading Da Ding Da Dong, remembered forever. Okay, so that's the 10 for music. Any repeat questions needed? Pop a wee message in the live chat. Question 10, please. Gary, are you just trying to make me read that again? So question 10 is, like Rama Lama Lama Kading Da Ding Da Dong, remembered forever. And question 8, as a teacher, I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, and now I've become an expert in the subject I like the most. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so the next round then is called general arithmetic. So this is a round that will either work quite well or it'll be a complete disaster, but you can let me know what you think afterwards. So in each question, I will give you 2 clues or 2 pieces of information that are numbers, and I will tell you to add them, subtract them, divide them, or multiply them. Okay. So if, for example, I said the number of eyes that a person has multiplied by the number of ears that a person has, the answer would be 2 by 2 equals 4. So the answer would be 4. Okay. So let's see how this goes. This is probably where you're going to need a piece of paper and a pen. Let's see how it goes. Question 1. The number of states in the United States of America. Let's see how it goes. Question 1. The number of states in the United States of America. The drink will make it all the more fun, Meg. So question 1, the number of states in America plus the number of provinces in Canada. Question 2, the number of countries in the UK multiplied by the number of counties in Northern Ireland. Has to be a question on Ireland in there somewhere. So question 2, the number of countries in the UK multiplied by the number of counties in Northern Ireland. Question 3. The year that Andy Murray first won at Wimbledon, plus the total number of Grand Slam tournaments that he has won. So question 3. The first year that Andy Murray won at Wimbledon, add the total number of Grand Slam tournaments that he has won. Question 4. The number of counties in Scotland minus the number of cities in Scotland. Okay. Question 5. The number of films in the Harry Potter series divided by the number of films in the Hunger Games series. Question 5. The number of films in the Harry Potter series divided by the number of films in the Hunger Games series. Question 6. The number of sides on a 50p piece multiplied by the number of sides on a 20p piece. Question 6. The number of sides on a 50p piece multiplied by the number of sides on a 20p piece. Question 7. The number of members of Westlife multiplied by the number of members of the Sugar Babes. And I'm looking for the original lineups. So question 7. The number of members of Westlife multiplied by the number of members of the Sugar Babes. And again, that is the original lineups for both bands. Question 8. The number of seats in the House of Lords minus the number of seats in the House of Commons. Question 8. The number of seats in the House of Lords and the number of seats in the House of Commons. Question 9. The number of Heinz varieties minus the number of flavors of Viennetta. And no, I'm not including any special editions in those. So question 9, the number of Heinz varieties minus the number of flavors of Viennetta. And question 10, the number of faces on a die plus the number of cards in a standard deck. Okay, that's the 10 questions in general arithmetic. Are there any questions that you need repeating? Meg, you have to get a bigger team. Get more people together and you'll hopefully get more answers. Okay, any repeat questions for round 3? Question 4. So question 4 is the number of counties in Scotland minus the number of cities in Scotland. You should do what I do, Meg, and get your wine delivered to the house. Okay, so question 10. The number of faces on a die plus the number of cards in a standard deck of playing cards. And hint, any negative numbers? No, there are no negative numbers in the answers. No plebs here. Okay, so we'll take a short break for a few minutes, give you a chance to top up wine or something stronger or a tea or a coffee. If there are any more questions that you need repeated, post it in the live chat and I'll do it whenever we come back before we move on to the next round. And yeah, we'll take a break for a couple of minutes. I'm going to mute my microphone just for a few minutes and I'll be back soon. Okay, so back. I hope everyone has had a chance to grab a drink and get anything that they needed to get in the break. We'll start into round 4 in just a minute or two. I think we have a repeat question from round 3. So question 8. So the number of seats in the House of Lords minus the number of seats in the House of Commons. Okay. Okay. So any other questions need repeating before we move on? Okay. So, I've got one. Question 9. Question 9 is the number of Heinz varieties minus the number of flavors of Viennetta. And we're not including any special edition Viennettas or special flavors. Okay, so we'll move on to onto round 4. And round 4 is geography blockbusters. So just like the old TV program Blockbusters, I will ask you a question and the answer begins with the letter which I will give you. Okay, so question 1. Question 1. What L refers to a country with no coastal borders? Question 2. What B is the oldest holiday resort in France? Remember holidays? Such a nice idea. Question 2. What B is the oldest holiday resort in France? Question 3. What V is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean with a capital city of Port Vila? Question 3. What V is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean with a capital city of Port Vila? Question 4. What E is the birthplace of Robert Louis Stevenson? Question 4. What E is the birthplace of Robert Louis Stevenson? Question 5. What B is the capital city of Louisiana? Question 5. What B is the capital city of Louisiana State? Question 6. Which Y is the longest river in Asia? Question 6. Which Y is the longest river in Asia? Question 7. Which O describes a body of water that is created when a meander in a river is cut off? Question 7. Which O describes a body of water that is created when a meander in a river is cut off? Question 8. What sea features resorts including Heraklion and Malia? Question 8. What sea features resorts including Heraklion and Malia? Question 9. What S is the largest airport in Amsterdam? Question 10. What D is a capital city located on the River Liffey? Question 10. What D is a capital city located on the River Liffey? Okay, that's the 10 geography blockbusters. So if you'd like any of the questions repeated, please post them in the live chat and we'll move on to our final round in just a minute. Question 1. Question 1 is what L refers to a country with no coastal borders? Question 2. Question 2 is what B is the oldest holiday resort? Okay, last call for any questions in round 4. So we'll move on to round 5, which is our final round. And this one is on TV and film. And I'm sure you'll be sighing with relief to discover that it's just straightforward questions. I haven't messed around with this round, so it is just straightforward questions for the final round. For clarity, question 2 is a resort. It's not a country, so it's a resort in France, and it's the oldest holiday resort. Okay, so round 5, TV and film. This round will probably give you an insight into what I've been doing for the last week, and that's fine. But we'll make a start. And question 1 is, Miss Bianca is the Rescue Aid Society delegate from where? Question 1. Miss Bianca is the Rescue Aid Society delegate from where? I'm looking for the country that she's from. Question 2. Who stars as Douglas Quaid in the 2012 remake of Total Recall? Question 2. Who stars as Douglas Quaid in the 2012 remake of Total Recall? Question 3. Going Live, the Saturday morning magazine show, was hosted by Philip Schofield and which other presenter? Question 3. Going Live, the Saturday morning magazine show, was hosted by Philip Schofield and which other presenter? No bonus points in this round, Gary. Question 4. What is the name of the house elf who serves the Black family? Question 4. What is the name of the house elf who serves the Black family? Question 5. Which actor born on this date in 1982 in Belfast has appeared in the TV shows The Fall and Once Upon a Time? Question 5. Which actor born on this date in 1982 in Belfast has appeared in the TV shows The Fall and Once Upon a Time? The Fall's an excellent TV show if you haven't seen it. Question 6. What BBC production, which aired on the 23rd of April, brought the charities Children in Need and Comic Relief together? Question 6. Which BBC production aired on the 23rd of April brought the charities Children in Need and Comic Relief together? Question 7. Edina, Patsy, and Safi are characters in which TV comedy show? Question 7. Edina, Patsy, and Safi are characters in which comedy TV show? Question 8. Which American fantasy drama series is based on a Neil Gaiman novel with the same name and stars Ian McShane as Mr. Wednesday? Question 8. Which American fantasy drama series is based on a Neil Gaiman novel with the same name and stars Ian McShane as Mr. Wednesday? So given that the official Star Wars date is just around the corner and the latest Star Wars movie is released on Disney Plus on the 4th. Question 9 is, in what year was the first Star Wars film released? Question 9. In what year was the first Star Wars film released? And the final question in this quiz, question 10, what Guy Ritchie film stars Matthew McConaughey and Charlie Hunnam as London-based gangsters? Question 10, what Guy Ritchie film stars Matthew McConaughey and Charlie Hunnam as London-based gangsters? Okay, So that's the quiz. Any questions that you want repeating from the last round, pop them in the live chat. And I'll give you a minute or two to finalize answers and submit your answer forms. And then I'll have a look at the answers and get some scores. Okay, so if you're using the live interactive form, please submit your answer form. Before I start going through the answers. So, well, question one, first of all. Question one in the TV and film round was, Miss Bianca is the Rescue Aid Society delegate from where? So from what country does she originate? I'm sorry if that was so much torture, Meg. I hope everyone didn't find it torturous. How did everyone get on? Let me know. Let me know how you think you got on. Okay, any other repeat questions from the final round? I think that's a good idea. Get your hubby involved. I'm not sure that I've ever heard of salad liftness, Katie, but maybe there is. Maybe that's a valid answer. I will check for you. Yeah, so I hope that there's someone to challenge Stephen Leonard out there, so bring him along, Meg. That would be good. So, as I said, I tried a couple of new things with quizzes this week, or with rounds this week. So let me know what you think. Are they a bit rubbish? Did we not want to see them again? Do you think that they were worthwhile? So if you give me some information on what you thought worked and didn't work, that would be great, and then I can take that into account when I'm writing quizzes for future weeks, providing, of course, that we want the quiz to keep going. So if there's no more repeat questions, I will give you a minute to submit your answer forms, and then I'll start going through the answers. I normally do have a food and drink round, Stephanie. There has been in the last few weeks. Just this week I didn't have one. Because there are lots of topics that I would like to do rounds on, but I couldn't fit them all into a short space of time. And if Meg's tortured after an hour of the quiz, I couldn't possibly extend it any more than 5 rounds. But I do like food and drink rounds, so that will definitely come back in again. Okay, so just a minute or two then to submit your answer forms, please. And we will start working through I'll go through the answers then in a moment. So a Netflix round. Yeah, so what I have done a couple of weeks is that the sort of general rounds that I would do, I've specialized them. So last week's science and nature round was on the human body. The week before we had a round on the music round was all about Disney music. So I have sort of themed some of them, and I think that Netflix would be a good round to do as well. And a Tiger King round, I'm not sure how I could cope with that. Don't know if I could deal with Carol Baskin knocking on my front door to have a go, but you know, we could give it a go, definitely. That might involve me swearing a lot more though, and I'm not sure how appropriate that would be. I actually am quite proud of myself. I've done 4 of these quizzes now and I haven't sworn on live YouTube once. And anyone that knows me will know that that's a pretty good record to be living by. So I wonder how long we can keep that going. Okay, so if you have submitted your form, stick a wee ready comment just into the live chat for me so that I know that I can start reading out the questions. I've had a few responses. And yes, Stephen, it is absolutely for your benefit that I've tried to curtail the swearing, because you're not used to it at all. I should send a recording to my mum. I'm sure she'd be delighted. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I've had a few of the forms submitted. I'll just give another wee minute and make sure that we have them all in before I start going through answers. So I'll give you a wee minute just to make sure that I'm not reading out answers before you've finished. No, I've lost the screen. I can work technology, honestly. Sometimes. Okay, I think I've got it back. So if we're ready to go, I'll move on and go through some answers. Okay. Okay, I will start with the answers then. So question 1 of round 1 in Sport and Leisure was, what is the oldest organized sport in North America with its origins in a tribal game played by the indigenous peoples of the Eastern Woodlands? Okay. The answer is lacrosse. Question 2, who holds the record for the most caps played for the England football team? It's Peter Shilton. Question 3, what is missing? Liverpool Street, Marylebone, King's Cross. They're all stations on the Monopoly board, so the answer is Fenchurch Street. Question 4, which England player holds the record for the highest points scored in a single Six Nations rugby match? The answer is Johnny Wilkinson. Question 5, when playing 3-card poker, what is the highest hand one can have? Straight flush. Question 6, which really have to slow down on the wine when I'm doing the quiz. Question 6, which long-running video game series was created by Hironobu Sakaguchi? Final Fantasy. If I can't pronounce that, wait until I get to that lyrics question, and there's no chance. Question 7, Who is the current male gymnastics world champion? It's Nikita Nagorny. Question 8. Charlotte Dujardin won a gold medal in the 2016 Olympic Games for which sport? It was individual dressage. I'll accept dressage or equestrian. Accept any of those. Question 9. How many columns are there in the Connect 4 board? There are 7. Question 10. Which geometric drawing toy that produces mathematical roulette curves was developed by British engineer Dennis Fisher in the mid-1960s? It was Spirograph. Okay. So, anagrams. Round 2, music. The first anagram was musical carpentry. And it's Sir Paul McCartney. Question 2. Nutter I Ran is Tina Turner. Question 3. A Daft Silliness is Lisa Stansfield. Question 4. Library Woman is Barry Manilow. Question 5. Sir Liam Wobbly is Robbie Williams. And Katie, yes, I'll accept horses for the dressage one. That's fine. Question 6. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting there for me. Was that there? Sorry, that's waiting up for me. Sorry, my spreadsheet has decided not to perform. Can't be dealing with performance issues at the moment. So I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me. The song is A Million Dreams and the musical is The Greatest Showman. Question 7. Pretending he's beside me, all alone I walk with him till morning. The song is On My Own and it is from Les Miserables. Question 8. As a teacher, I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, and now I've become an expert in the subject I like the most. The song is Getting to Know You, and it is from The King and I. Question 9. I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain. The song is Any Dream Will Do, and it is from Jason and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Question 10. Here we go. Deep breath. Like Rama Lama Lama Ka Ding Da Ding Da Dong, remembered forever, is We Go Together from Greece. And on to round 3. So, round 3. Question 1. The number of states in the United States of America was 50. Add the number of provinces in Canada, which was 10. The answer is 60. No, Gary, I won't repeat the last question again. Thank you. Question 2. The number of countries in the UK is 4, multiplied by the number of counties in Northern Ireland, which is 6, gives you 24. Question 3. The year that Andy Murray first won at Wimbledon was 2013, plus the total number of Grand Slam tournaments that he has won is 3. So the answer is 2016. Question 4. The number of counties in Scotland is 34. Subtract the number of cities in Scotland, which is 7. The answer is 27. Question 5. The number of films in the Harry Potter series is 8. Divided by the number of films in the Hunger Games series is 4. So the answer is 2. Question 6. The number of sides on a 50p piece is 7, multiplied by the number of sides on a 20p piece is 7. So the answer is 49. Question 7. The number of members of Westlife is 5, multiplied by the number of members of Sugarbabes, which is 3. So your answer is 15. Question 8. The number of seats in the House of Lords is 787. Subtract the number of seats in the House of Commons, it's 650. So the answer is 137. Question 9. The number of Heinz varieties is 57. Subtract the number of flavors of Viennetta, which is 2. So the answer is 55. And question 10. The faces on a die is 6. Add the number of cards in a standard deck is 52. So the answer is 58. For that question, if you have given 60 because you have included the jokers in a standard pack of cards, I will accept 60 as the answer for that one as well. Okay. Round 4. Geography blockbusters. Question 1. What L refers to a country with no coastal borders? Landlocked. Question 2. What B is the oldest holiday resort in France? Biarritz. Question 3. What V is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean with the capital city of Port Vila? Vanuatu. Question 4. What E is the birthplace of Robert Louis Stevenson? Edinburgh. Question 5. What B is the capital city of Louisiana State? Baton Rouge. Question 6. Which Y is the longest river in Asia? Yangtze. Question 7. What O describes a body of water that is created when a meander in a river is cut off? Oxbow Lake. Question 8. What sea features resorts including Heraklion and Malia? It's Crete. Question 9. What S is the largest airport in Amsterdam? Schiphol. Question 10. What D is the capital city located on the River Liffey? Dublin. And the final round, TV and film. Question 1. Miss Bianca is the Rescue Aid Society delegate from where? She's from Hungary. Question 2. Who stars as Douglas Quaid in the 2012 remake of Total Recall? It's Colin Farrell. Question 4. Going Live, the Saturday morning magazine show, was hosted by Philip Schofield and which other presenter? Sarah Green. Question 5. What is the name of the house elf who serves the Black family? Creature. Question 6. Which actor born on this date in 1982 in Belfast has appeared in the TV shows The Fall and Once Upon a Time? It's Jamie Dornan. Question 6. What BBC production aired on the 23rd of April and brought charities, children in need, and comic relief together? It's The Big Night In. Question 7. Edina, Patsy, and Safi are characters in which comedy TV show? It's Absolutely Fabulous. Question 8. Which American fantasy drama series is based on a Neil Gaiman novel with the same name and stars Ian McShane as Mr. Wednesday? American Gods. Question 9. In what year was the first Star Wars film released? 1977. And question 10. What Guy Ritchie film stars Matthew McConaughey and Charlie Hunnam as London-based gangsters? It's The Gentleman. Okay, that's all of the answers. I hope everyone got on well. I will now go and start marking the answer sheets that were submitted. Please feel free to continue chatting in the live chat. I will mute my microphone just while I do this. If there are any queries about the answers or any comments, please feel free to post them and I'll have a look at them. But I have no objections so far, which I think is a first. So hopefully, fingers crossed. If you give me a couple of minutes, I'll work through the answer sheets that have been submitted. If you have marked your own answer sheet, if you could post your team name and your score in the live chat, I'll add it to the leaderboard, and it should only take me a couple of minutes to add these all up. So if you just give me a couple of minutes, and I'll be right back. Thanks very much. Okay, sorry, that took a moment or two. I'm back. So let's see any other scores that I've missed. Have I got everything on the online form? I've got one more score sent in, and I've got Meg on 22. Are there any other scores just before I go through the leaderboard? I always love reading through the answers. Some of them are very funny, and some of them always shock me. I'm always really surprised when people get some of the questions that I've really gone out of my way to be quite obscure about, and it just amazes me that some people get these answers anyway. I'm really, really interested to know who got question 1 in round 5. So who was it that got Hungary right as the delegate, as Miss Bianca's country of origin? Was someone in universally challenged? So I'm intrigued to know who got that one right. In terms of the scores, I'll go through them now in a second. Caroline Hay got that one right. Again, it never ceases to amaze me that just the breadth and depth of knowledge that people have, and where it all comes from. It really is amazing. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 6 teams taking part, and so Caroline Hay and Universally Challenged got that question right, and also the Lincoln Bumpkins got that one right as well. So it's and as I said, it was given an insight into what I was doing over the last week, because I just happened to have watched the Rescuers and the Rescuers Go Down Under. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams taking part this week. I think we had about 20 odd people taking part in the quiz, which is great. And if that sort of number continues, as I say, I'm more than happy to keep doing it if people are interested and want to keep trying. So in 6th place, we had the Resilient Researcher Pints with a score of 21. Meg came in above that with 22. We then had the Lincoln Bumpkins with 27. And in 3rd place, we had Let's Get Quizzical with 34. In 2nd place, we had, with a score of 41, Social Quiztancing. And then in 1st place, we have Universally Challenged with a score of 49. So Universally Challenged have retained their spot at the top of the leaderboard and have won the quiz again this week. So congratulations to everyone. As I say, I'm really surprised at some of the answers that people actually did manage to get. So fantastic job, well done. And I hope everyone had a little bit of fun, and it has got your weekend off to a good start. If we're all happy to keep doing it, I'm happy to keep doing the quiz. Please feel free to share the social media links and the link to the quiz more widely. I'm very happy for anyone to take part in the quiz. So if you want to extend your teams and include friends or family, please feel free to do so. I think that's us for this week. So thanks very much for taking part, and I hope you had fun. And I will be posting the leaderboard on social media channels over the next day or two, and we'll hopefully be back again next week. So thanks very much for taking part, and have a great weekend. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks very much.